हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो? गुड इवनिंग। हेलो एसपी, कैसे हो? गुड इवनिंग। त्रिपुला सिलेक्शन हो गया भैया। किसका? तुम्हारा? अरे भाई, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन। तब तो मस्त है भाई।
I won't hold you back.
इस तारीख को ऑडिशन है। ओ भाई, नाइस। 20 तारीख को, जनवरी वाला।
Overruled.
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Should have stayed inside. Fulfill our pact. But you two, teamwork is dreamwork.
चलो, गुड लक। हेलो पाइथन, कैसे हो? यार मेरा नेट 2 दिन से रो रहा था, क्या ही बोले। गुड इवनिंग, गुड इवनिंग, कैसे हो बता? सेकेंड प्राइज 1 लाख, फर्स्ट प्राइज 2 लाख है स्कूटी। क्या बात है, क्या।
Transfixed.
Busted.
Citlali, East Papa, get him! Everybody stand back! Wanted my full attention, did you? This is where you fall.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
गेस व्हाट, मेरा आईडी देखो मैं मेन। एक सेकंड, इसको कंप्लीट कर लेते फिर देखते हैं। क्या मिल गया, कुछ अलग मिल गया क्या? थर्ड प्राइज 50K, टॉप 20 को 10K गिटार। क्या बात है, गिव योर बेस्ट।
Busted.
Get to work! I'm going in!
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
पाइथन चल गया कि है? भैया वोट दो मुझे बस, ताकि कैसे दे वोट बताओ, तब ना हम दे। कैसे वोट देना बताओ। हो ना, चलो देखते हैं। किस तरह को स्टार्ट होगा? ओके, पाइथन। ओ भाई, भाविका मिल गई क्या? डीपी देख के समझ आ गया। क्या बात है, तुम क्या निकाल रहा था क्या? कि ऐसे ही रैंडम पुल किया था? तुमको चाहिए था कि ऐसे ही किया था पुल? अभी जस्ट मिल गया, अभी मिला। ओ भाई, क्या लक है, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस। चलो पायरो आर्कन भी हो गया तो बस। कौन कौन सा आर्कन है तुम्हारा मेन आईडी में? मेरा तो अभी तक एनिमो और जियो आर्कन हुआ ही नहीं है। रैंडम पुल, ओके।
We have put in much work.
हेलो हीलर, कैसी हो? सब बढ़िया चल रहा ना? खाना प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो ना आज से ही डिवाइन के लिए?
If you ever have any...
हाँ, पाइथन बीच में गायब था उस दिन। हाँ, ये बोल रहे थे पाइथन गायब है। क्या लाओ उनके लिए? आ जाओ, बड़ा बात है। ढोकला वाला आते आते कुछ वही मैं सोच रहा था। कुछ लाने की जरूरत नहीं है, और दिक्कत है तो वो बोलेगा तो क्या हुआ, कोई सुनेगा। ऐसा टाइमिंग ही है तुम्हारा, वही सब थोड़ा इशू है। वेपन मिल गया क्या? पायरो आर्कन नहीं मिला यार, वही वही इसीलिए तो प्रीमो खोज रहे भाई। हो जाएगा, मिल जाएगा। बहुत बेकार टाइमिंग है। घर वाले क्या मना कर रहे हो, कुछ कर रहे क्या, एक बार मना ना किए क्या, बता सकती है। मिल ही नहीं रहा है, पुल पे पुल दिए हुए, उस दिन तो मिल गया तो तुरंत तुरंत तीन तीन चीज, बट अभी ये जो लास्ट वेब है ना मिल ही नहीं रहा। हेलो अजय। गुड इवनिंग। पहले ही निकल जाना, थोड़ा देर बैठ जाना, कोई इशू नहीं है। मैं तो खुद पहले निकल रहा, पहले ही निकल जाना, हो सके तो और जल्दी निकल जाना। चैट करते रहना, हम लोग से कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little
मैन
concerning.
आईडी पे भी
Let's go over
पायरो
there and see
आर्कन
what they're
निकाल
up
लिया।
to.
पे भी मतलब और भी आईडी में निकला है क्या
Also,
पैसा?
how did they get this close to a tribal settlement? Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes. Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
क्लास 10-11 का है, मैं नहीं सोचे ना, 9 बजे निकल लो, बात कर लेना, कोई इशू नहीं है। मैं बोल रहा हूँ। बिल्ड भी कर लिया ये जे। क्या बात है, पूरा ग्राइंड चलता है भाई।
Ahem! What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense. My original plan was
ये
to
दोनों
hire
पहले से
someone from
विलेन
the
लग रहा
local
मेरे को।
tribes,
अभी
but a
स्टार्ट ही
priest
हो रहा है।
recommended Grudok and his
देखता
squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon,
ले
at your
लेना।
service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired
अभी जलेबी और
traveler with a
समोसा लाया हूँ
floating
मार्केट।
companion.
पूरा
There's no
पार्टी
your
चल रहा
exploits
है।
in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a
कैसे है
failure
तुम
of a
लोग उधर
book
कॉस्ट?
merchant if I couldn't
जलेबी और
recognize
समोसा
you.
का पर पीस।
Wow, we're really famous at this point, traveler.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded. I
ज्यादा
promise you.
हैवी मत लेना, अकेले ऊपर नीचे
Well,
करना
let's
पड़ेगा
do
ना
that
कुछ कुछ
straight to the
जगह में।
point.
तो
Should we
ऐसे
hear
लेना
what he
कि
has to say?
20, 21, 22, 23, 24 को तो पहुंच जाए।
All right, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I need her help with something.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked? Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler. If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
60 रुपीस पाव, 60 रुपीस का पाव, अच्छा एक पाव, ओके। 15 रुपए का समोसा महंगा है। मेन आईडी पे अब निकालना पड़ेगा, निकालो यार। ये नहीं, ये अच्छा कैरेक्टर है, अच्छी कैरेक्टर। मेरे को तो माविका से तो वो ज्यादा अच्छी लगी। वैसे मैं बिल्ड तो किया नहीं हूँ, बट रिलायबल है, बहुत सारा तुम कैरेक्टर के साथ यूज कर सकता है, समझ गया ना। आर्ली की ना जिसके पास है ना, माविका को स्किप भी कर सकता है अगर चाहेगा तो। सुबह आपको चितलाली का मेल आया नहीं? क्या चीज का मेल? नहीं, पाव पाव मतलब, हाँ समझ गया 250 ग्राम। 10 रुपए का समोसा वो भी नहीं इधर भी किसी किसी मेरा इधर
Oh yeah, we should
जो
definitely
पास
get
में
to
एकदम
the
छोटा
bottom
छोटा
of
बना
that
था
first.
5 रुपए का और जो एकदम अच्छा बड़ा जगह वो 10 रुपए का
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved.
अच्छा
So you
देखना
should
पड़ेगा
hear it from an expert.
Genshin chat में-
Alia, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing.
कहाँ
Nice to meet you. The name's Alier. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins.
कहाँ दिखा
That's
मार्क
why I was
टैग
invited to
कर
join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
हाँ मैं वही देख रहा हूँ उसमें क्या चीज बोल रहा मैं अच्छा ग्रैन ओके ओके ग्रैनी इज एक्चुअली ये कैसे आया ऐसे ओके ये कहाँ
Yes, according to local records, she
Ta-ta-ta
was a
wala
color
zyada
mystic who
loot
lived
करता
over
है।
200
Yes,
years ago,
yes, same,
and the
same.
most adept in her
यहाँ पे
tribe at
सबसे
using that
15 का
particular
है
technique.
समोसा and
Out
मैं
of all
मैं
of her
probably
exploits, her most
इसलिए मैं पूछा
celebrated is the
तुमसे
Battle of
कि
Seven
कितना
Colors.
कॉस्ट चल रहा होगा
According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natland's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natland was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that
मुंबई का वड़ा
Citlali
पाव
used the
बेस्ट
color to construct a magnificent
तुम
maze on
खाइए
the
क्या?
battlefield
मैं खाया हूँ
and trap all the
बहुत
enemies
पहले
inside.
बचपन में यार
This
याद
allowed
भी
her
नहीं है मेरे को
allies
टेस्ट
to launch a
वो
counterattack
छोटे थे
and ultimately secure victory.
मेल कहाँ आया
Anyway,
वो ऐप
that's
में
the
आया
gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your
कि
time.
डायरेक्ट ईमेल आईडी में
That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Night Wind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for
आया होगा तो
publication.
ध्यान ही नहीं दिया होगा मैंने ओके
But if you're
हाँ
just
दो
including it in
बार
a
गई हूँ
story
बस
collection,
दो
why
तीन साल
does it
पहले
matter if it never happened?
पास में कितना टाइम लगता था
Well,
हम
you
पास ही
see,
होगा
the
हम लोग का
slogan
तो
for the
बहुत दूर
collection is
26
restoring
घंटा
the
लगता
truth
है
of history.
एक सेकंड रुको
Naturally, I need it to
मेरा
be
कितना घंटा
factual.
लगता है
That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Night Wind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a
26
fuss.
घंटे के ऊपर है 28
According to
घंटा
my research,
28
their
घंटा
scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical
दूर है
records.
कैसे
Naturally,
ऐसे
outsiders
सूरज
are
से
rarely
पास
granted
तक
access.
ओके
Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time,
मैं जहाँ
and I
रहता
could.
12 रुपए का बड़ा पाव
We've
बहुत
been
अच्छा
over
है,
this,
सीधे
Alier.
12 रुपए
There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
देखो
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you. Oh, right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with Wheat Sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
26 घंटा बाप रे 26 घंटा सबसे फास्ट वाला ट्रेन है 28 घंटा मिनिमम है हेलो वैसे से 20 तारीख को तो आयरन सीजन 2 में मुझे वोट देना मत बोलना 20 तारीख को वो सुबह 2 बजे 20 तारीख को उसका खुद ही होश नहीं रहेगा नवी मुंबई 3.7 अपडेट में क्या क्या आने वाला है 3.7 का पूछ रहा है 3.7 अपडेट में भाई अभी तो कुछ केवल वो लोग लीक जो किए हैं वो हम लोग का एक सुपर कार है बुगाटी का और थीम मोड आने वाला जो टाइम ट्रेवलिंग वाला होगा बस यही दो चीजें ही पता है जो ऑफिशियल है बाकी एजम्पशन तो एक्सोड भी बोल सकते हो और काफी सारा चीज बोल सकते हो
Going
वो चीजें भी
into a
कंफर्म
trance
नहीं
is
है ना
risky for most people, so don't get any ideas.
आई नीड एवरीवन वोट अबे पहले तो क्वालिफाई कर ले तो अभी ऑडिशन देगा तो वोट की क्या जरूरत है ऑडिशन में वोट की क्या जरूरत है जब नेक्स्ट राउंड है तब वोटिंग का जरूरत है
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll show up soon.
Beast. तो वोट अभी क्यों जरूरत है अभी तो क्या वोट जब हो जाएगा सिलेक्शन तब ना नहीं तुम 2 बजे उठ के सो जाना क्योंकि 11 बजे वो आएगा उठना तो डेल्टा फोर्स पबजी का टक्कर दे पाएगा पबजी का टक्कर दे पाएगा हाँ बट बीजीएमआई के अंदर इंडिया में लॉन्च भी तो होना चाहिए
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
ठीक है
For
तो
someone like Citlali, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover.
नहीं मेरा नींद खराब है
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something. Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home. Oh, Granny Citlali? Are you home?
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first. Traveler!
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk
All the best
inside.
SB
Well, at least we didn't get turned away.
बड़ा यूट्यूबर मैं बड़ा यूट्यूबर नहीं हूँ भाई हम चलाओ यूट्यूबर
Huh. So this is where Citlali lives.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are
मैंने
always too
प्रैक्टिस कर रहा
boring
हूँ
to be
लाइव
the
स्ट्रीम देखते
protagonist.
हुए करो करो
Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm
आराम से करो लाइव
just
स्ट्रीम बिना देखे
above
करो भाई
superficial rules of societal etiquette.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you? You're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you? It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
पायमन का आवाज में गाना आएगा
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my
ओए,
head?
What?
अभी तो सारे गामा और गला आवाज इम्प्रूव कर रहा भाई करो करो एकदम करो
I can still hear you, you know.
अरे भाई इसका तो मन का बातें सुन ले
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you and now it's on the Fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
इसको पैसा चाहिए भाई
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress.
डीएम देखो डीएम
We still haven't succeeded,
कहाँ DM
but
कुछ
we learned that the key to weaving the scroll
देख
is
लिए
a
वो
special kind
गुड
of
लक बोले
color.
हम
The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
इसका और इथर का सीन डब्ल्यू हम देखे
She's giving us that face again.
और उसके चलते भाई लिमिन का जो फैन बेस है वो लोग बड़ी गुस्सा है
I
कि
can't
इथर का
decide
जो
whether
डॉल
this
पकड़ा के
twist is
रखा है
completely out of the blue
तुम देखे
or
थे
if
बोला
it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need
अबे
to think about it.
एक चीज को बताओ इधर इसका बंदे लोग इतना पागल क्यों है भाई लिटरली
Then there's still hope.
इधर ही बोला ना गेंशिन का
What's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
दिया इसको
Citlali.
गया मतलब
Stand
इतना
down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
आई थिंक लड़कियां
Understood.
क्यूट है इसीलिए नहीं बहुत गंदा है कम्युनिटी उसका
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so...
इंडिया कम्युनिटी उसके
Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a
मतलब
recent
इतना गंदा है ना
hire, so
एक्चुअल
difficult
लाइफ
to
में जैसे
restrain
यार
sometimes.
थोड़ा भी इधर उधर डिजाइन उधर हो गया ना कैरेक्टर कार्ट उसका गेम जैसे रियल लाइफ जैसे उसका कमेंट सब देखोगे तो इतना बड़े बड़े भाई
Well,
आपको
since you're
हंसी
here,
आता है
how about a
एटलीस्ट
discussion?
कोई इंडियन बंदे नहीं है
Do you have
No.
any idea who I am? Did you think Granny
Indian
is
बंदे
going
होंगे
to
तो
be
पता नहीं।
fooled by your little performance?
बट जो भी है बाहर के ही बंदे लोग थोड़ा ज्यादा ही
I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me
हम लोग भी
right
तो
as I was
खेल रहे
about
भाई
to make
उस
an
तरह का तो भाई
important
कमेंट
decision.
लिख नहीं रहे
Pull a
हम लोग
trick
भी
like that again,
अच्छा
and
लगेगा
I'll
भाई
make
इस
your
तरह इस
lives
तरह
a
कमेंट
living
कौन लिखता
horror
है भाई
novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came
बोलते
out here
स्किन
to
कलर
say.
ब्लैक चाहिए ये चाहिए वो चाहिए अबे भाई गेम है भाई रियल लाइफ पे थोड़ी कनेक्ट
Traveler,
कर
we have a discussion to finish.
इंडिया का
You
लेडी
live up to
गेम
your
में ज्यादा
name,
मांगे
Granny Citlali.
टॉक्सिक
I
तो
apologize
विजयमा
for the
कम्युनिटी भी
offense.
है
I'm
तो
just
देखा जाए
surprised
तो
the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part?
कस्टमाइज
Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been
सब
close.
नेचुरल कैरेक्टर का
If I can
ब्लैक
resolve the
करके
controversy and
Twitter
prove
पे
the battle
सीखो
took place, I'll include it in my next collection.
सबको ब्लैक कर
Then,
देगा
all of Tevat will learn the truth.
उन लोगों को
With
ब्लैक
your
कैरेक्टर
support,
चाहिए
your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known
गेम है
throughout
भाई
the
लोग
land.
जब खूबसूरत
Inspiring,
बनाएगा तब तो
don't you
पैसा
think?
कमाएगा ऑब्वियसली ठीक है रेसिस्ट का फीलिंग आ रहा है बट उन लोग का मार्केटिंग का भी सोचना पड़ेगा ना खूबसूरत बनाएगा तब ना लोग पैसा खर्चा करेगा समझो अब तुम भाई अब उधर विजय का लड़का लोग का कपड़ा बनाने स्टार्ट कर देगा ज्यादा तो कहाँ
If this
चमकेगा
is really about that duty, then... fine.
सबसे घटिया
I'll
है।
help you.
वही।
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
ब्लैक फैन है क्या गोरे से क्या दिक्कत है लग रहा हाँ ठीक है मतलब रियल लाइफ में चलता है चलो ठीक है ब्लैक में वही क्या गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री लगा दिया है ब्लैक कैरेक्टर डाल के सब गेम में है
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always plan to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you? Fine. No, no, and no.
परेशान है
I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to
PUBG का
officially
अपडेट
working
देखना
together?
है अब कैसा
After
है
all, it appears
एवरेज है इतना अच्छा नहीं लगेगा बट ठीक है बट वैसे ना यूनिक पावर मोड आया था वो इस तरीके का है मतलब चार में से एक पावर लेकर तुम खेल सकती हो एक ट्रायल भी हो ट्रायल को समझ नहीं आ रहा कैसे करना है कोई बताया ही नहीं है 7 चिकन वाला ट्रायल है ना क्या ट्रायल है देखना पड़ेगा नेक्स्ट वाला अच्छा
You don't
नेक्स्ट वाला
seem
अच्छा होगा
super invested in this
तो
whole
बस सही है
thing,
ना
Citlali.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever
2
heard
दिन
about.
से फाइनल
I know as much as
करना है
anyone else
पर
in my
गेम लॉन्च
tribe.
नहीं हो रहा
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I
Launch नहीं हो
wasn't
रहा मतलब
there
खुल ही
when
नहीं
it
रहा
took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molo Saw said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitzilin tell you about it?
Close friends.
ट्रायल नाम का
More
एक
like
अचीवमेंट तो
arch
आया है
rivals.
अब नहीं पता
Something
कैसे हुआ अभी तक
Lily-san
कोई
would
यूट्यूब
know
में
if he
डाला भी नहीं
actually
मेरे को भी
did
उसका
his
आइडिया नहीं है
research.
कहीं मिल भी नहीं रहा उसका
Did you
हिंट
see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Weeziling School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Weeziling's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough. As my rival, Weeziling only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And
ओके
that was the
ऐसा
Battle of
सीन।
Seven Colors.
अब देखना
I can
पड़ेगा
only
कैसा
assume she
है।
had some kind of secret technique at her
पता चल जाएगा,
disposal.
2-3 दिन में पता चल
It makes
जाएगा।
perfect sense that she kept
क्योंकि
it from
पबजी
me.
में पहले अपडेट
I'm a
आता है
fast
ना,
learner.
तो पबजी वाला
Telling
पहले
me
ही
about the
करता है
technique
वो।
is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that
तो
makes
ओवरवॉच 2
sense.
में क्या क्या गेम गया?
Anyway, all of that is
6-7
secondary.
दिन भर गेम।
Like I said, I'm only
तो
here to help you
सब
fulfill
गेम
your
खेलता है,
duty.
क्या क्या खेलता है?
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done. Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman. Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have
जितना
a
भी
situation over
प्री
here.
शूटिंग
We
गेम है
could really use your
वो
help.
खेलते हैं कैजुअली। कैजुअली ही खेलना पड़ेगा, सब
Okay,
पॉसिबल नहीं।
okay.
फिर भी बहुत बड़ा बात है।
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheat Ceiling used a mysterious
Why are
color
they
to construct a
smiling?
maze and trap the
Quest?
enemies inside.
स्टोरी
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll.
वेलकम
Besides,
रॉयल वैसे कैसे
constructing
हो?
a
गुड
maze out of
इवनिंग।
color is ridiculous.
Wheat Ceiling was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students.
उसका
Why not pass it down?
ये उसका
A
थिंकिंग
technique
मन
that
का बात पढ़ ले रही है,
and
उसके
no
पास
shaman
ताकत है,
since
वही
has ever used
इसलिए
it.
हंस रहे हैं।
Her students are keeping it a secret,
और
of course.
परेशान हो जा रही है
If you
सब
knew a
बात
technique
पर।
like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
एक वॉर हुआ था
Wow,
एकदम।
so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer
घर में
anything
योगा
useful.
क्या?
What should we do?
अच्छा, वो भी तो ऐसे ही
Celine
रहता
was
है।
a passionate
तुम
teacher.
सही चीज किया
We
है
were
भाई।
opposites in that sense.
और वो
The
काम
technique she used in the battle
काम
must
योगा
have
का
been her
क्या?
masterpiece.
हाल में
There's every reason to pass
कि
it
दूसरा
on.
खरीद लिया, क्या किया?
Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an
Well said.
invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Ah, right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go,
Is there a problem?
most of We Celine students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it
कोई योगा
now.
नहीं करता उस पे बैठता हूँ पूरा दिन। अरे भाई एकदम परफेक्ट भाई। जुगाड़ बोलते
Hey,
हैं इसको।
don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I will make sure they don't run away. Who better to fit up?
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
कैसे हो सुध भाई?
the
मस्त
rest of you can
बंगाली
wait for us
बॉय,
here.
आप कैसे हो? गुड इवनिंग। काफी क्रिएटिव,
We appreciate the
ज्यादा ही
help.
क्रिएटिव है भाई। योगा से कैरेक्टर लोग को योगा कराएगा भी वही बैट से। ভালো আছি, চলো নাইস।
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
डर रही है।
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the traveler and her companion. That does make me feel better. How can we
मेरा
help
फोन
you?
का जब EMI पूरा होगा ना तब डेवलपर
We
ऑप्शन
wanted
अनलॉक
to
होगा,
ask about the
फिर
technique
मेरा
you
फोन में
inherited from
लेने
Great
डाउनलोड
Zealing.
डेवलपर ऑप्शन ऑन होगा मतलब समझे नहीं?
So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
तब डेवलपर
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year.
ऐसे कुछ फीचर है
Just as
क्या
our
जब तक
master
EMI पूरा
instructed.
नहीं होगा तो
Sounds like
लॉक
she's finally
रहेगा
had enough.
कि तुम खोल नहीं
Well,
सकते
you're not
ऐसे कुछ है।
wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run!
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one
लॉक
has the
करके
guts for
देता है।
that.
ओके। तो कैसे दिखता है अगर थोड़ा बताएगा क्या? इंटरेस्टिंग चीज लगा। What is the purpose of downloading Linux in mobile? There can be several purposes. बहुत सारा चीज़ों में और कंट्रोल रह जाएगा। लिनक्स एक डेवलपर वाला ही बोल सकता ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है जो कमांड्स एंड बोल सकते उसमें ही रन करता मैक्सिमम चीज़ें, समझे? यूज़र इंटरफेस थोड़ा सा टफ होता है बट अच्छा होता है। फिर नया नया सिस्टम निकाल रहा है सब। ये इंटरेस्टिंग लगा EMI वाला सीन।
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
This device is locked by your IT admin लिखा आता है। सही है।
Did Elder
क्योंकि
Tlapo just issue
मेरा
a
भी एक EMI
declaration?
वाला फोन था बट वैसे तो कुछ सीन नहीं दिखा मेरे को कहीं। कोडिंग करने में मुझे लिनक्स इस लिनक्स इस पीसी सॉफ्टवेयर और मोबाइल दोनों में रन करता है। जस्ट लाइक विंडोज उसको तुम एमुलेटर से कर सकते रन मोबाइल में भी।
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
Chief!
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over
Okay,
with.
about Linux
Understood.
PC.
Now,
नहीं वो
as
देखो
successors of
पीसी
Huizi,
का ही है
I
बट
understand
मोबाइल को
your
तुम अगर
friction
पीसी
with
प्लेटफॉर्म
Granny
बना देगा तो
Itsy.
उसमें भी इंस्टॉल होगा ना वो बोल रहा हूँ ऐसा नहीं कि मोबाइल के लिए बना है डेडिकेटेड मोबाइल को अगर पीसी तुम ट्रीट करवा देगा तो सॉफ्टवेयर उधर इंस्टॉल हो जाएगा
You would do
समझे?
well to respect
फोन
his
में बहुत सारा
counsel.
कोड्स रन तो 1 घंटे तक
So,
और लेने में
mind your manners and allow Granny Itsy to ask
फोन
her
को ऐसा पीसी
questions.
बना दो और वो सॉफ्टवेयर लॉन्च हो जाएगा
Good thing Elder Tlapo
GTA 5
and
को भी
Chief
तो वैसे ही
Biram are on
चाहिए
our side.
तो वैसे अगर तो मोबाइल में अच्छा डिवाइस है ना अगर रिसोर्सेस तो तुम मोबाइल वाला गेम्स भी करवा सकता है खाली वो मतलब थोड़ा काइंड ऑफ इल्यूजन क्रिएट करना है कि एक पीसी ही है समझे
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Witzeline's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other. She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
सब समझ आ रहा है उसको
Hey there, Chief Biram. Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news. We found another clue.
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitziline's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Eatsterly promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something that I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsterly. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work. no, that's not it.
Huh?
उसका दिमाग पढ़ रहे.
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks then.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master
Imagine
Wheatselian's
Ethan
legacy?
thinking about those things.
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of
बोलो
you are
ये तो
qualified.
बोलने के बाद और सोचने लग जाएगा.
But
बहुत
that's not
गंदा
why I'm
चीज है
here.
भाई.
All you need to do
दुनिया
is
तबाह हो
be good
जाएगा
and
अगर वो
answer my
चीज आ गई
questions.
किसी के पास पावर तो.
Fine, ask away.
You've heard of the Battle
लेकिन
of
दिमाग में
Seven
क्या क्या
Colors,
चीज
right?
चलता है इंसान का क्या ही
Of
पता भाई.
course, it's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can
Pixel
they
वाला
question
phone है.
something like that?
हमको लगा वो
It
लिया
doesn't surprise
शायद
me.
IQ 13.
Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of
ध्यान
people
नहीं
have
दिया
started
उसने.
getting strange ideas after
वो बोल रहा था
interacting
IQ
with
13 IQ
outsiders.
13 और iPhone
After all,
लास्ट
everyone
पिक्सल
who
क्यों
took
ले
part in
लिया.
the battle has
दोनों
returned to the
दो
late
ऑप्शन
ones.
दे रहा था फिर तीसरा ऑप्शन
Without
कहाँ से आ गया
witnesses,
उसका. वही ले लिया
it's
जाके.
hard to refute detractors.
Well, it
कैमरा
just
चाहिए
so
था क्या.
happens
पिक्सल में तो
the
अगर
questions
दो
I
ही
want
चीज
to
चाहिए.
ask are
गूगल का पूरा
directly
प्रोडक्ट का
related to
तुमको
the
सपोर्ट
legitimacy
चाहिए
of this battle.
तो ठीक है.
Listen,
और
we know you were rivals, but do you really
अब
have
क्या
to
मेरा
question her legacy?
बाकी मेरे को कुछ ठीक नहीं लगा. मेरे दोस्त के पास है
You
पिक्सल.
think she's like you? Someone who can't
Seven.
survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish.
OLED display है.
During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war.
डिस्प्ले
I'm
क्या
sure
जाएगा
she
भाई अगर
was very
प्रोसेसर ही
proud
चला.
of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
इसमें खाली बकर पकड़ देगा क्या या क्वेस्ट में क्या.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort.
आज आया नहीं वो.
Master had no choice but to recruit many students,
अरे
split
एडिट आ
up what
जाता.
she knew into
मेरे
different
पास वो हो
portions,
रहा नहीं है.
and pass it down
मेरे
to
पास भी तो
various
नहीं है.
individuals.
कल वाला हम
So
रीजन सब
even
उधर
though we
उड़ाए.
see ourselves as
मोरा लेने के लिए
representatives
बस.
of Wheatselian's school of
बाकी और कुछ
shamanism,
नहीं.
what we know isn't the sum of her legacy.
प्ले लाइन सब कर रहे थे.
Actually, I know of a shaman
मेरे को
family that
मिल ही नहीं
inherited
रहा
some of
वेपन.
Master's techniques.
लेवल अप
The
करना है
family
उसके
fell on
टैलेंट
hard
है.
times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
बहुत अच्छा कैरेक्टर.
But if they inherited Wheatselian's secret technique,
मेरे को तो भाई एक तो
shouldn't the
सील्डर
family
चाहिए
be
था.
thriving?
अच्छा हुआ वो हम जोंगली को लेके आए.
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
रील भेज रहा है अभी
Give me their
मुझे
address.
लड़कियों का उसका
I'll
भेजिए.
mark it out on your map.
भाई बंदा करता क्या नहीं
To be
पता.
honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation. That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
ऊपर लेना पड़ेगा. बोल रहा है 8K में वो वीडियोस देखूंगा वाले.
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation.
खतरनाक लड़की है। वैसे तो कोई समझेगा कि ऐसा
And
अच्छा लगा।
Traveler,
कोई
you
समझ
came to me
कोशिश
for
कर
help
रहा
with your scroll weaving duty, right?
है। ज़्यादा
You
केयर
thought
है
looking
इसको।
into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family. Hello, are you Asia Man?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley!
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
Okay, he left. Bye bye. Thanks for coming. आपको आज खेलेंगे।
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Citlali, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilian didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilian was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Huitzilian would pass it on to us. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Huitzilian's most gifted students.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier.
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilian stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, it's Huitzilian's personal account of the events, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Shaman?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Huitzilin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as...
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon
Hello.
works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali?
Hello.
Maybe he could get you
भाई
some
हेलो
more
स्टार्टिंग
out
क्या
of print.
सोचना तुम बात
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yai Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves.
मतलब
Actually, Yai Publishing
कहाँ
House
chat दिख ही नहीं
released a
रहा?
limited
Hello तो
edition
लिखो
not
और
too
कहाँ
long
कुछ
ago.
लिखो?
But it's almost impossible to get.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as...
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
लकी हेलो गुड ब्रो तो भाई वो अटैक के रीड करते हैं हाँ उधर हम वो भी पढ़ रहे हैं ना नीचे वाला एक्चुअली इंग्लिश उधर पढ़ रहे थे
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get
Hello,
there,
Lucky.
it'll
Good
take a
evening.
bit
कैसे
more
हो?
work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, traveler? Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning. That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
तो भाई अभी ट्रेन में ट्रेवल करते
Alright,
करते देख रहे हो
as
कहाँ
Miss
जा रहे हो
Citlali
या कहाँ से आ
instructed.
रहे हो.
Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इसका.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Genshin में अभी grind
Oh, good.
सोच समझ के
I'm glad
करना
I didn't
होगा.
offend her somehow.
You're really
पूजा
that scared of
देने
her?
गए थे and तुमने भी. Oh.
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes
अच्छा
from
तुम तो
rumors.
weapon निकालना है ना.
She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
लाइव स्ट्रीम पे ही करो ग्राइंड करो भाई दोनों एक साथ होते रहे.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over.
सो भाई न्यूज़ आ रहा है बीजा में 3.6 में टाइम 6 से 8 हो रहा है.
Which will also give us a
मतलब?
chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary
तो भाई
spell
न्यूज़ आ
work,
रहा है
I'd rather
बीजा
do it
में
in private.
पे 3.6 में टाइम 6 से 8 हो रहा है. मतलब समझे तुम्हारा बात. चितलाली का नशे भाई एकदम नशेड़ी है और क्रश है ट्रैवलर के ऊपर. अब कहाँ चढ़ना है.
All right, after you.
पागल हो क्या 6 से 8 घंटा कर देगा. कौन बोला तुमको.
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further
गवर्नमेंट तुमको लगता करने देगा. कहाँ से सुनो भाई ये लोग बात.
Whoa, this
अगर
is
हो
like
गया
a
तो
secret
अच्छा बात है
base.
भाई. बट मेरे को लगता है वो होगा कभी.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
चखना स्नैक्स को स्नूप डॉग को भी पीछे छोड़ दिया नशे.
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your
स्नैक्स
hand.
बोल रहा है. Just like last time. So
I might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a
देखो
clean break.
पोको ने एक 7 सीरीज लॉन्च किया है. अच्छा देखना पड़ेगा. पोको में डर ही लगता है. मदरबोर्ड उड़ते रहता है भाई. पोको में भरोसा उड़ गया.
And that should do it. Right?
कहीं नशे में पाए उनको ही ना खाए. इमरजेंसी
you're
फूड
not
में.
wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head? Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
मेल वाला के साथ अच्छा रहता है. ईथर के साथ.
Please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this. Okay, what about now? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Flying object to fly on the plate object. हाँ
That was just to help with the spell.
ये गया
Ah,
एक गिरने
shoot.
वाली है
I still hear you.
और भी नहीं इसको रोको कोई
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to
Poco X7
drown in the
Pro
sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Okay,
That sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world,
आई क्यों नहीं
I think it's pretty
पोको का
accurate.
डर लगता है यार मेरा एक दोस्त का जो दोस्त नहीं भाई जैसे ही है पिजामा खेल रहा था बेचारा मेरा घर आता है भाई
Anyway,
नया फोन था
just
उसका
have to leave
और
it
उसके
for
बाद वो
now.
60 fps देता था
Hearing the traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right?
उस
You
टाइम पे
should
बात
just
करते
tease her.
हैं
That's what
फिर
Paimon would do.
फिर फोन ले जाके एक सर्विस सेंटर देता है तो उसको रिप्लेसमेंट में जो फोन देता है वो भाई उससे थोड़ा सा आउटडेटेड था मतलब जिसमें 60 fps जो फोन लिया था वो अभी 45 fps चलने लगा फिर वो क्या बोले आप बोलता हम लोग यही देंगे आपको रिप्लेसमेंट एक्सपीरियंस बहुत खराब है
It's just, I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe, someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance, but it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is
का लो एंड
covered in
डिवाइस भी
flowers the
अवेलेबल है
following year,
मतलब तुम किसी भी
the
ले
one
सकते हो
you
मैं
remember
पोको का बात
won't be
कर रहा
there.
मैं बोलने लगा
That's
आईक्यू का बात
just
कर
how
रहा
it
मैं
is.
पोको से थोड़ा सा भरोसा मेरा उठ
Most of
गया
the
क्योंकि
people in my life will be gone one day.
बहुत लोग मदरबोर्ड
Just
उड़ा
like
है
a
भाई
flower. Getting close means losing friend after
Hello,
friend
AJ.
for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that. Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
अरे
Traveler?
तो सुनना था बात स्नैपड्रैगन अच्छा है के लिए सुबह अभी नहीं हो रहा है 2 साल के ऊपर हो गया सब हार्डवेयर ठीक किया है तब तो अच्छा है तब तो कोई अच्छा बात है वो चीज़ अगर इम्प्रूव किया होगा तो भाई उसका क्योंकि पोको का जो पहला फ़ोन था वो भाई आग लगा दिया था इतना ज़बरदस्त फ़ोन निकाला था उस टाइम मेरे को पता है पोको का नाम पे सब पागल था उस टाइम का बात कर रहे हैं बट उसका कुछ बट पोको का नाम पे फिर डर भी आ गया वो चीज़ होने के बाद पूरी ठीक हो जाए याद है Redmi Note 8 Pro तो डोमिनेट। हाँ मेरे को पता है, मैं पहले टेक का ही सब कुछ जानता था यार, बाद में गेमिंग में आया ना। पोको में बोला ना, पहला जो वेरिएंट उसके लिए मैं भी खरीदने वाला था, पैसा जोड़ रहा था, बट मिला नहीं, फ्लैश सेल में आया था, फिर दूसरा फोन ले लिया था। अरे तनपा देखो कौन आ गया। हेलो कैसे हो, गुड इवनिंग। हाँ पोको F1 यस। ये फिर से इसको रोको यार कोई। पोको का फोन बहुत ब्लैक मार्केट हुआ था, फ्लैश सेल का किंग बोला जाता था, आता था उड़ता था। और भाई मतलब क्या बोले, उस टाइम एक था। सुबह कोई अंडर 20K का बेस्ट फोन पूछता तो उसको आई जेड 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 7 प्रो M5 जेड 7। अच्छा क्या बोल दिया, ये रेंज में पूछता है लोग बीच बीच में। मैं अभी उतना फोन देखता नहीं हूँ, ठीक है। इवन हो सकता है कि बाद में एक जन को दे, मतलब क्या बोलते, मैंने पूछा था 2-3 दिन पहले एक जन, वो एक्चुअली 20K तो नहीं पूछा, 15K बोला था, बट मैं बोलूंगा ये वाला कितना एक्चुअल कॉस्ट कितना है। 20K ही है, के है कि ऊपर नीचे है थोड़ा सा। प्रो इवन एक्सोनोस इज बेटर देन प्रो, सही में इसे डाउनलोड कर दो। तुम तुम सनपाई मेरे सामने उस दिन iQ13 वर्सेस iPhone 16 ऐसे ऐसे कर रहा था, तुम ले, और कहाँ से फ्रॉम नोवेयर तीसरा ऑप्शन कहाँ से लेके आया और वो जगह खरीद लिया। मेरे को लगा वो iQ13 है, मैं थोड़ा बिजी था, मैं देखा इमेज तो हम उतना ध्यान नहीं दिए, फिर ये आके मेरे को बोला आज एज है। तुम तो कैमरा, तुमका फोटो वोटो का उतना शौकीन भी नहीं है। गूगल पिक्सल 2 रीजन के लिए खरीदता, वो है सबसे पहले तो कैमरा बहुत अच्छा रहता है, कैमरा उसका क्वालिटी और इमेज अच्छा आता है। सेकेंड है कि गूगल का सॉफ्टवेयर बहुत अच्छा से सिंक होता है, तो इसीलिए देखो, अगर तुम्हारा दूसरा फैमिली के लिए तब तो ठीक है। रेडमी और पोको अभी प्राइस 2 पर।
Is something wrong?
Ah, stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
13 आ रहा का वन प्लस का भी जब फोन आया था भाई, बहुत अच्छा उसका वो चार्जर। बेस्ट फोन अंडर 20K इज iPhone 15 20K कैश, बाकी EMI भाई जितना हो सके EMI से बचो, बहुत हेडेक होता है। मैं तो सोच रहा हूँ कि भाई थोड़ा सा मेरे को वेट करके कुछ दिन बाद ही लेना चाहिए था। EMI से लेना था, अच्छा मैं कैश में ले लेता ना, iPad Pro M4 ज़्यादा अच्छा होता। EMI इज कैंसर इस जनरेशन का। ओके डेवलप होता ब्रो, इवन हेलो मोटा इज बेटर, मत लेना वन प्लस के लिए। डक को मार
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
भाई इसको स्क्रीन से हटाओ वरना बाथरूम जाना पड़ेगा मेरे को। गाड़ी चार्ज करने जा रहा।
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
All right.
मेरा घर जो लगा हुआ वो मैं बोल रहा था बोल रहा है मैं उस यूज़ कर रहा सॉफ्टवेयर में अच्छा हुआ अभी मेरा 11 आ रहा है 90 एफपीएस में से हाँ ओके सॉफ्टवेयर से इम्प्रूव कर दिया ओके तब तो सही है एक सेकंड रुको रुको थोड़ा सा काम आ गया था एक मिनट मैं बोल रहा हूँ अपग्रेड करूँगा। ठीक है, मैं बोल रहा था वो अपग्रेड करूँगा। चल मैं चला तो
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday.
मैं तो बोलता बॉर्डर पे इलेक्ट्रिक करंट लगा और
Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Ahem.
Citlali!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
ये गड़बड़ है मेरे को लग रहा है स्टार्टिंग से। मेरा वॉइस बाद में सुनेंगे, अभी खेल रहे ना, तो प्रैक्टिस करो भाई। हम सुने तो है वैसे तुम्हारा वॉइस।
It's time
अबे
to sleep.
This should be it.
अबे 50 सीरीज का प्राइसिंग देखा, क्या चीज का? अच्छा एनवीडिया ग्राफिक्स कार्ड का बात कर रहे, नहीं देखे। लाइव करूंगा कल गेंशिन के सब करूंगा यूला आईडी पे जब तक। ओ भाई
So the battlefield is inside this place.
हर लैंग्वेज का रोमांटिक सॉन्ग है।
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
कैरेक्टर ही टिपक गया भाई, टिपक गया। तो से कूदे बल्ले बल्ले हो गया। $57 40 90 performance in just 549 bucks. डोमेन जाना है नहीं चाहिए मेरे को।
Gonna be epic.
मैं तो 50 सीरीज पे ही जाऊंगा, बहुत सही लगा। हम देखे नहीं 50 सीरीज अभी तक। 799।
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well,
पर
shall we
वीर है
continue?
बाप रे। ट्रायल वाला कैरेक्टर दिया.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes.
Yeah,
but all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this.
All the bases.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere. Yeah! Sha!
ओके लेके आगे बढ़ सकते हैं.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Citlali might have used.
लड़ाई उड़ाई होगा फील आ रहा है.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Rise like smoke.
हेलो विनर्स, कैसे हो इतना देर बाद? Seven colors.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
Correct?
Citlali?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
Hello Abdul, good evening.
Take me up.
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago.
अरे यार.
Stand back!
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze.
Hello,
I'm guessing the
Sprekaso.
purpose is to help allies navigate this place.
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them. End them!
If I were a century.
This place is so pretty.
Character change करने भूल गया.
Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
अबे कैरेक्टर चेंज करने में भूल गया. उधर भी ध्यान रखे थे ना. अरे यार. जब भी बात कर तभी हो जा रहा है इसे. मजा आ गया भाई. अभी तक दिल खुश हो गया. होगा भाई इतना
We
दिल.
just need to cross and we should reach the end.
As a Bitcoin price decreasing.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa, so pretty!
ऊपर से 5 बॉल और 3
sphere
रन
looks
डिफेंड
exactly like
करके
the
जितवाया है। ओ भाई
It's like a
क्या बात है।
miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken.
अब लड़ाई होगी।
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
You noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please,
उसी
that
टाइम
work
डाउट
was
हो
a
गया था।
commercial success across Tevat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant, pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes, was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe.
फ्री इवेंट अवेलेबल इन विजयमा अभी तो अपडेट आएगा ना इसलिए
But
इवेंट नहीं
make no mistake.
नहीं उस दिन
I'm
का
no
तरह वो
lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Tevat.
Asuna
But the
hi
dye
bro
and that
long
sphere
time no
ruined
see
all my plans
hello
before they could even get off the ground.
कैसे हो good evening
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Tevat will think it was our invention first.
अच्छा वो HP वाला ओके गोल चक्कर के
We
पास
don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do
फ्री
is
वाला
let the
लोगों को
advertisement
कुछ
stay.
मिलेगा विजय बस रैंक पुश ही करते रहेगा
You're trying to bribe me?
वही करना पड़ेगा
Careful.
लगता है
I'm
Let's see.
dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
Ah. I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed
फ्री वालों
centuries too
को
late.
विजय की
No
तरफ से
matter
सिर्फ
how
ये
good the
मिलेगा
product actually
विजय
is,
विजिट कर दो
not
40
a
और
single
मैं तुम्हारे
one will sell.
टाइम लिमिटेड आउटफिट भाई
I will
एक
never
दो
accept
जन
that
आके
someone
पूछा
from this
भैया यूट्यूब
backwards,
चैनल
ignorant
नाम
nation could come up with that
मैं बोला
dye.
यूट्यूबर
Now,
नहीं
200
हूँ
years
हाँ
before
शौकीन
me.
हूँ मैं काफी लोग
Even
वही
when the
सोचता है
truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Tevat to see.
Lag.
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzli. Like I said, our
इससे तो
interests aren't
अच्छा
at
तो PUBG
odds.
क्या है 10 गन स्किन निकल
I
सकती है।
knew from the beginning
हाँ
that
तो
you would accept my invitation, considering Huitzilin
अभी तो
was
फिर
your
भी थोड़ा
rival.
कम कर दिया भाई।
You've lived longer
2019-20
than
का
her.
टाइम PUBG
You're
के
far
यार
stronger than her.
मिथिक ऐसे
And
दे
yet,
था भाई
she
चुटकी
has
में।
always
मेरे पास
been
में
more
इतना कम खेल
revered
के
than
उसमें
you.
3-4 मिथिक अवेलेबल है
Now,
मेरे पास
that
अभी।
can change.
पैसे जो कि कभी भी
Backing of
यूसी
the
में
printing
यूसी का भी ना
industry,
मिलेगा
I can
नहीं।
take any book and send it to
सब
all four corners
बहुत ही
of
ओपी वाला
Tigray.
आउटफिट सब है।
This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
That's not real history.
That's a no then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Done running your mouth? Good.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
The captain. You actually bought that? United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
PUBG का कितना दिन खेला। गुड इवनिंग
This
गुड
man
इवनिंग
has the
लुबना
potential to
कैसी हो?
become a
यहाँ सुपर
giant
कार्ड
in the
लेके
printing
आ जाएगा तो
industry and
निकालना
disrupt
दिक्कत हो
Fontaine's
जाएगा।
economic
पुलिस आ
system.
जाएगा।
This aligns with Regrader's interests.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
अबे छोड़ेगी नहीं।
Overruled. Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Can't run from death.
That's what you get for messing with the hero
इतना दिन में
Batman and
भाई
Granny
प्रोवाइड
Easley.
कर
They can give Regrader a run for his Mora.
लिंक तो प्रोवाइड कर दूंगा वो वाला बात।
When did this
अच्छी हुई।
person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence. Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
बेचारा पीट गया।
The other
It
stipulations
was-
have been fulfilled.
3 दिन
I
में
set
लगा
up
था इधर ही वेब खेल
explosives
रहा
around
हूँ।
the cave,
नींद
strong enough to
सा
destroy
लग
this
रहा है।
place.
इधर ही
As
वेब खेल रहा,
instructed.
गेंशिन छोड़ दिया।
Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out. Are you trying to kill me?
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
दिया। अच्छा T20 साउट अच्छा ओके ओके।
You think you can just waltz out of here?
अरे निरंजन थैंक यू सो
And
मच
then
फॉर द
we'll make a break
मेंबरशिप।
for it.
थैंक यू सो मच। अचानक वेलकम होता है। विदन वैसे मुझे तो कुछ समझ नहीं आया है कि गेम डब्ल्यू है। गेम अच्छा है। विदन वैसे मेन बात है कि समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं। उसका स्टोरी थोड़ा सा अलग है। गेम प्ले मैकेनिक्स अच्छा है बस स्टोरी थोड़ा मतलब कुछ कुछ समझ आएगा थोड़ा सा ना फ्लो में बह जाएगा ऐसा वाला सीन है बट अच्छा है खेलने में। गेंशिन खेल रहा था स्काई वाला न्यू फर्स्ट आया वो डिलीट कर दिया। एक दो जगह फंसेगा गेंशिन में ऐसे फंसेगा ना तो को यूट्यूब जाना पड़ेगा उसलिए। आज होगी सट्टेबाजी क्या बात है। हाँ मेरा अच्छा होने से आपको क्यों इतनी खुशी हो जाता है। मेरा अच्छा होने से आपको उसी होना बेटर है, अच्छा है।
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup.
Wait, don't!
हो गया भी।
Where are we? Back at the maze? Ar's good point. She'll know how to get out of
कोई
here.
क्वेस्ट में फंस जाओ तो सिंपली सर्च करो राइट। यस यस यस, बस हालत पतला हो गया है लास्ट 2 वीक से, इसीलिए नहीं आ पा रहा। क्या हो गया? अविनाश व्हिच गेम यू लाइक? मैं थक जाती हूँ।
Let's see. Citlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do? The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here? You're right.
मैं वेब साइट बहुत आगे चल गया स्किप करते हैं। उसमें स्किप का बटन है। सो आपने वो न्यूज़ सुना यू? हाँ बट वो रियल है कि फेक है भाई, मैं तो क्या बोलूँ अब। हाँ सो मेरे को उल्टी आता सोशल मीडिया से, अब परेशान हूँ भाई। मुझे तो सबसे घटिया AMD का फैन है।
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly.
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this.
रियल है।
If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction.
अभी बड़े-बड़े एक्टर लोग का हो रहा है, ये नॉर्मल हो जाएगा एक
fault
टाइम के
someone for
बाद।
using it as a last resort.
नॉर्मल। बहुत दिक्कत है भाई
I
फ्यूचर।
knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse.
मगर weather change
I know
होने से
time
एक बार
flows
निकल
differently in
गया।
this place, but that
हाँ,
still
weather
doesn't
थोड़ा
leave
ध्यान
us
रखो
much
यार।
time.
ठीक हो लो।
Can you help me
ओ
get out?
क्रिकेटर का बात कर रहा।
Misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections.
बजट में RX
These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms.
वो
That is how I created my maze. The connections
हम
between the
देखे थे वाला
memories were
चीज
my needle
कि
and
दोस्त
thread,
बोला था ना क्या वो है।
and the special color was my fabric. But
हाँ मेरा
that color is crudely combined
तुम्हारा बात और
with
सही हो।
isolated memory. One without connections. You get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to
सही बोले
alter or
विनाश।
construct anything within it. Because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years. And not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique.
Point spray.
You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is why?
नहीं ये दिक्कत है मेरे घर में भी है।
After what I saw in the
टॉन्सिल का
maze and
एक्चुअली
everything
बहन
you
का बहुत
just told
सीरियस हो
me,
जाता है।
I'm I'm certain
ऑक्सीजन
the
में भी हो
technique at the
जाता है,
center of all this
डॉक्टर
is
दौड़ना
the
पड़ता है,
same
वो
one
अभी
you
बहुत
taught
सेफ्टी में
me
रखना
all
पड़ता
those
है।
years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the
धरती
technique
खराब
has the
नहीं है,
power
बट वो
to
जब
decide victory. But in
ज़्यादा
my
हो जाता
opinion,
है
the
तो फिर दिक्कत
capacity
होता
to
है,
add
बुखार आ
color
जाता
to
है।
someone's memories is where the true value lies.
मेरा भी रहता है मोस्टली।
You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory.
100% चार्ज।
So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. Traveler?
उसी की बात होती।
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side. The kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that even without your tutelage, she can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although she doesn't know how to wield it, she unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide her to this space. You now have a connection at your Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed. But the...
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Citlali!
Paimon! Traveler! Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out just in time!
हाँ, बोलिए, रुकना।
Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh? They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space. Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello?
It's one of Malu Son's employees! Quick, restrain him!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible
ये
person.
अच्छी लग
I couldn't
रही है
stop him
लड़की।
from running, so I stayed
हाँ,
behind
ये
and tried to find people to help
है,
rescue
इसका
you.
पावर काफी अच्छा है।
I'm so
टफ
glad
टफ
you
पे
managed to
तो
get out of there.
अभी तो किसी
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
मैं ठंडी का ओह आइस वेलकम गुड इवनिंग कैसे हो पकड़ लिया होगा
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Malu Son!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance. No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll. But the die is buried underneath
अभी
a bunch
AI के
of
चक्कर में
rubble
यही
now.
हो रहा है आईफोन 16 का भी तो वैसे ही है
Don't
वो
worry,
AI का नाम पे
Wheatzealing's
बेचा
technique
है
hasn't been lost at all.
तब
Come
बाद
with
में
me,
अभी
I'll
AI आ
explain
चुका
everything
है
at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along.
सुबह गेंसिन पे वेदरिंग दोनों से बात करो गेंसिन प्लस वेदरिंग दोनों से बात करो हिंदी वॉइस डब कर तो ये सब सुनेगा तो मजा आएगा एक्चुअली प्लेयर बेस का ऊपर वॉइस बनाया जाता है ठीक है ना अब उतना जन खेलेगा तब तो गेम आधा जन का तो रिसोर्सेस ही नहीं है पाइमन बड़ी बड़ी लग रही है मुझे हो सकता है नया वाला रीजन है ना हो सकता है कि फिर से डिजाइन हुआ होगा पहले का थोड़ा अलग ही था थोड़ा लुक चेंज हुआ है जब तुम लॉन्ग टर्म में खेलोगे तब समझ आता है तुम्हें तो प्लस एफपीएस ज्यादा एक सेकंड पे तो भाई मजाक है क्या 28 एफपीएस से सीधा तुम्हें 38 दे रहा 40k with the bat. But
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself,
Sir, नहीं
you
खेला
don't actually need to lift a
Japanese
finger. But if
ये
we're
वाला
going to
कहाँ
pass
खेलेंगे
on
वो जो
the
चाइनीज
game
फेस्टिवल वो
technique,
खेलेंगे
your
इसमें तो वॉइस है
participation is critical.
What are you saying, Citlali?
हाँ हाँ बड़ी है थोड़ा सा चेंज हुआ तो
Follow
पहले
me.
का स्ट्रीम और अभी का स्ट्रीम ऊपर का चैट हो गया अच्छा चैट अगर पता है
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
हाँ वो तो है तो बोल रहा हूँ मैं एफपीएस मैटर करता है
Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can
ऐसा
turn the
मतलब
tide
कुछ
of
ज़्यादा ही
war or prevent a great
crazy है।
disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
स्किप नहीं है भाई, स्किप ऑप्शन है इसमें।
Old
मेरा
friend,
फोन में गेंशिन कभी
my
क्रैश नहीं हुआ,
life is
विदरिंग में
nearing its
5-10
end.
बार क्रैश हो गया।
I'm afraid.
एक्चुअली विदरिंग में अभी ऑप्टिमाइज
I
नहीं है,
don't have time for
मतलब
another
डिवाइस है,
match.
मोबाइल डिवाइस के लिए अभी भी नहीं हुआ ऑप्टिमाइज। ये ऑप्टिमाइज है,
Hey,
4-5 साल हो गया भाई, तो ऑप्टिमाइज हो
Don't
चुका है।
worry.
बट पीसी के लिए
I
अच्छा
trust
ऑप्टिमाइज
in the
है।
belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything
बाप रे,
is made of memories.
200 प्लस सही है, because विदरिंग is more demanding game।
So,
अभी
do
फिर
you
5
know
विदरिंग
why
में
our ancestors
बाप रे।
insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish.
साइबरपंक लेने का बड़ा बात है, खेल मेरा चला पाएगा कि नहीं प्रोसेसर?
I don't have long, Citlali.
वो तो बहुत टाइम पहले हम सोचे थे उस
I'm
टाइम।
not sure.
अभी तो नहीं
I
लूंगा,
can
कुछ आइस
truly
पता नहीं है
explain my
कैसे
decision.
वो भी लाइव।
But I know you will understand one day.
क्रेज बोलते उसको।
For now,
to do something।
will you accept my
तो
final request?
वही ना, तुमको जो चीज पसंद है तुम कर सकते हो,
Just this once.
बिना रेस्ट लिए कर सकते हो।
I understand
हेलो
now,
सुनील, गुड इवनिंग, कैसे हो?
just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
देखते हैं, अभी तो नहीं खरीदेंगे, कुछ महीना बाद ही, अभी नहीं। जो क्रिकेट समझते हैं उनको पता है कि रोहित यही है, इन्हें कोई सही नहीं।
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons
वो तो
of
है।
time.
30 आवर इन क्लाउड गेमिंग, आइस में लीडर बोर्ड पर ऊपर जा रहा।
I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey.
When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
मेंबरशिप लूंगा, अच्छा रहेगा, और भी मैं भी खेल पाऊंगा, और भी हैवी गेम, प्रोसेसर में इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा। ओह, ये अनएक्सपेक्टेड था।
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
सही है नीरज। अच्छा स्टोरी गोस्ट है। 9 days का guys।
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali? Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right? The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Sweet Celine died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with
लेकिन
people.
बीजामा क्या होगा? अभी तो बीजामा लाइव में आ रहा हूँ। बीजामा बहुत पीछे है भाई। बीजामा का क्लाउड एस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए भाई उसका सर्वर बहुत स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए। अभी तो भाई हम लोग का डिवाइस से पूरा ताकत लेता है, एनर्जी लेता है। केवल हम लोग सर्वर से केवल इंफॉर्मेशन लेते हैं। अगर पूरा सब कुछ सर्वर में ही रहेगा तो सर्वर संभाल भी नहीं पाएगा बीजामा का भी।
But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll.
उसमें पूरा स्टोरेज
despite
स्टोर
knowing
रहेगा भाई, पूरा
exactly how I
25
felt
जीबी
about the
26 जीबी
situation.
उसको लेके समझ रहा ना।
I knew exactly what he was doing.
बहुत
And
ज्यादा
yeah,
सेटअप
if I
लगता है
ever
उसको।
did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend.
The original
But
server is not working
it
and
never
okay.
got to that
वही मैं
point.
बोला।
This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind.
सही बनी रंजन। Microsoft is the worst company for gamers.
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind-reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories. And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
इंडिया वाला की बात कर रहा हूँ।
So, you can hear the
और ऑप्टिमाइज करने के लिए भाई डेवलपर का भी बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट रोल रहता है, खाली सर्वर का नहीं रहता। वो ऑप्टिमाइजेशन ही नहीं कर पा रहा।
That's why I can still hear the traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again. I knew it. Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other. Just messing with you.
फाइवल पागल हो जाएगी अकेले. Oh, I got 377. Oh, congratulations. And good luck for your next pull.
Time though, so bear with me for now.
इंडिया में भी कुछ विजय में अपडेट 1. विजय में का शायद 15 तारीख को या 14 तारीख को आ रहा है. ये दोनों में से एक दिन आएगा.
I mean, if you
यहाँ
ever
पे
miss this whole
इधर होता तो
mess, I
मजा
could
आता.
always share my senses with you again. No promises though.
अब्दुल शायद ये भी करता, बोनस पास करता था अब्दुल. ओ 18 मंथ, क्या बात है, 3 साल. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. हो गया अभी तक नहीं, अभी भी है. Yes, 6 left, 6 days left. Yes, bonus purpose. Yes. बीजेमा अपडेट 14-15 कंफर्म. Yes, ये दोनों में से एक दिन आएगा. कुछ दिन में मैं कंफर्म बता दूंगा वैसे. Sorry, हम गलत काउंट कर दिए.
You did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful
मतलब एक
indeed.
साल 6 महीने.
I do hope you share what you learned.
Sorry, AJ.
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
अब those 2 years सुन के ला इधर थोड़ा उधर ही दिमाग चल रहा है. ये लोग का 200 ईयर 300 ईयर सुन रहे ना, वो ईयर्स में ही मेरा दिमाग चल रहा है. मेरा भी दिमाग हिप्नोटाइज हो जा रहा है इसके साथ साथ. But the way, thanks AJ Senpai for the 1 rupee super chat. Thank you so much AJ.
If we want to depict it, now it's just a matter. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I can't. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
नहीं 16 एक इवेंट हम लोग कल लिखवा था ना महिंद्रा वाला 16 तारीख को डेट निकलता आया था ना.
And please pass along
पहले
my
आना
thanks
चाहिए.
to Granny E. We interrogated the. He hired people to spread
1 मिलियन
misinformation about.
बिटकॉइन.
We now have a record of his
एसबी बोल रहा
crimes.
था ना बिटकॉइन तो कुछ हम लोग को देगा, दान करेगा. भाग गया भाई वो लड़का, फ्रॉड कर दिया भाई वो बंदा. अभी याद आया बिटकॉइन से. क्या क्या देगा बोल रहा था, खुश करा दिया था 2 पल के लिए. तो साल गया बाद गया हो गया इसका. मिस हो गया. अभी मेरे को अचानक बिटकॉइन को बात किया ना, अचानक याद आया.
You told him everything, right?
Yep. We left out the part about your contribution, but it kind of seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits. I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher.
अच्छा गिवे जीत कर सर्वर छोड़ गया, भाग गया था, याद है ना, और दोबारा आया भी नहीं.
Call me Allier.
गिवे जीता छोड़ दिया.
The tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Why should I let an outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity. I assure you, I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
Investment in Bitcoin is subject to bank balance completion. ये कुछ भी चीज में हो जाए सो सट्टा लगा दिया सनराइजर पर सट्टा लगा दिया क्या बात है
Another day, another drained social battery. Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person. But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course!
अभी तुमको ला के देंगे
As soon as we can!
Sent to me?
So,
I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm
उसमें
hungover.
जैसे आर्टिफैक्ट है ना उसमें एको को करना पड़ेगा
Take this.
बिट उसमें थोड़ा सा अब्दुल से पूछ सकते हो वो थोड़ा खेलता है
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my
डायरेक्ट घर
sleep.
का चाबी दे दिया ओ भाई ज्यादा ही फ्रेंडली हो गया ये रुको अब इसको बुक तो देना पड़ेगा सामने एमआई का उधर वाला एमआई भी उतना ही स्ट्रांग है क्या कोई ना कोई तो जीत ही जाएगा दोनों पे 10,000 रुपए ये पब्लिशिंग हाउस तो कहाँ था मैं तो भूल भी गया यार बुक किताब बेचने वाला कहाँ था मैं साला भूल भी गया
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
ओके रसीद खाने करता है
Ad Astra Ab.
याई का वाला पब्लिशिंग हाउस पता है कहाँ है मैं भी चित्तल इधर ही है वो सोगन का जो क्वेस्ट कर रहे थे उसका पब्लिशिंग हाउस में लेके गया था ना याई वाला कहाँ है वो इधर ही कहीं था ये है क्या सचन की हाँ यही है ये देखो मिल गया फ्री में दे रहा ओके स्पेशल है इसलिए दे रहा मिल गया दोनों मिल गया कहाँ पे था ये तो घर कौन सा था हाँ देखा मैं एको वाला क्लिक करना हाँ एको करना पड़ता है उसमें थोड़ा सा लोचा है उसमें सर घट तो ऑलमोस्ट डबल। उसका घर तो कहाँ था भाई, हम भुला गया भाई। वो तो उधर हाँ। चाबी है अभी इसके पास, डायरेक्ट घुस जाओ। मिले के अंदर फर्स्ट खत्म नहीं है उधर में, ऐसा रख देते। एक चीज बता, याई का बुक थोड़ा मोटा है, सोगन का थोड़ा पतला है। रोमांटिक बुक्स भी है। ये तो फिसल का बुक लग रहा देख। हाँ। चलो हो गया, सही जा रहा। कुछ मिला नहीं, प्रीमो देना चाहिए था भाई, इतना दूर से लेकर आए। हमको लगा प्रीमो दे देगा, इसलिए मुझे थोड़ा ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट दिखाए। चलो हो गया आज का साढ़े। दे दो आप, एक पुल कर देते हैं अभी साला। और इसमें और इसका पीटी कितना होता है भाई, वेपन का आज तक कब मिलेगा नहीं पता। प्यार मिलेगा प्रीमो ने, यार प्रीमो ही चाहिए मेरे को, प्यार क्या चाहिए भाई। थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग। सो भाई एको मारे कैसे काम करता है। कल शायद मैं विदरिंग वेव्स खेलूंगा, कल या परसों। 65 50 हुआ है अभी तक, 54 हुआ शायद, और करना पड़ेगा 10 पुल प्रैक्टिस। विदरिंग वेव्स जिस दिन खेलेगा उस दिन आ जाना, ठीक है, पूछ लेना, बता दूंगा, ठीक है। थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग इन द यस वेपन फॉर 60 बीटी तक मिल जाएगा उसको। देखिए तो कितना भाई कल एटीएम जाना है मेरे को, मेरा पिन याद नहीं आ रहा है, रीसेट कर लो, मोबाइल से भी तो रीसेट होता है। गुड नाइट एवरीवन। यस सब मिल जाकर 5 10 51 52 53 54 54 हुआ, मिल जाएगा, जल्दी मिल जाएगा। चलो थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन फॉर जॉइनिंग इन। चलता हूँ मैं, कल मिलते हैं। अभी कुछ दिन गेंशिन रेस्ट लेगा, हो गया मेरा मेन चीज। अब दूसरा गेम खेलेंगे, फ्रोज फॉर हॉराइजन खेलेंगे, हॉराइजन, काफी दिन हो गया। चलो बाय।
I see the light inside you, brighter than the skies. Hold on, just let us escape and fly